Welcome to SS2 Biology, Term 2, Week 5. Gregor Mendel's pea plant experiments in the 1860s revealed the fundamental laws of inheritance. Building on monohybrid crosses from SS1, we now study dihybrid crosses, tracking two traits simultaneously. By the end of this lesson, you will state Mendel's law of independent assortment, set up and interpret a dihybrid cross using a 4x4 Punnett square, predict phenotypic and genotypic ratios, and apply dihybrid genetics to problems. Let us begin. Recall Mendel's first law, the law of segregation. During gamete formation, alleles for a trait separate so that each gamete carries only one allele per gene. Mendel's second law, the law of independent assortment. Genes for different traits assort independently during gamete formation, provided the genes are on different, non-homologous chromosomes. This law assumes no linkage between the genes. Key vocabulary: dihybrid cross, a cross involving two pairs of contrasting traits. TTGG, dihybrid organisms. Gametes from a dihybrid, TTGG, organism, because T and G assort independently. The possible gametes are TG, and TG, 4 types, each in equal frequency of 25%. Let us use Mendel's classic pea plant cross. Gene 1, seed color, yellow, Y, dominant over green, Y. Gene 2, seed shape, round, R, dominant over wrinkled, R. Cross, pure breeding yellow round, YYR, times pure breeding green wrinkled, YYR. F1 generation, all plants are YYR, yellow round. This confirms dominance of Y over Y and R over R. Now cross two F1 plants, YYR times YYR. Step 1. Determine gametes from each parent. Each YYR plant produces 4 gametes, YR, each with probability 1/4. Step 2. Draw a 4x4 Punnett square with YR, across the top or from one parent, and down the side, from the other parent. Step 3. Fill in all 16 boxes. Step 4. Determine phenotype of each box. A box is yellow if it has at least one Y. A box is round if it has at least one R, counting the 16 boxes, YYR 1, YYR 2, YYR 2, YYR 4 equals 9 yellow round. YYR 1, YYR 2 equals 3 yellow wrinkled. YYR 1, YYR 2 equals 3 green round. YYR 1 equals 1 green wrinkled. The F2 phenotypic ratio is 9:3 to 3:1. The 9:3 to 3:1 ratio is the expected phenotypic ratio in an F2 dihybrid cross when both genes show complete dominance and are on different chromosomes. Of 16 offspring, 9 show both dominant traits, 9/16 or 56.25%, 3 show dominant trait 1 and recessive trait 2, 3/16 or 18.75%, 3 show recessive trait 1 and dominant trait 2, 3/16 or 18.75%, 1 shows both recessive traits, 1/16 or 6.25%. The genotypic ratio of the 16 boxes is 1 YYR, 2 YYR, 2 YYR, 4 YYR, 1 YYR, 2 YYR, 1 YYR, 2 YYR, 1 YYR, 9 distinct genotypes. Important, the 9:3 to 3:1 ratio is only exact for large populations. In a small sample, deviations occur. Mendel obtained close to this ratio by counting thousands of seeds. WAEC examiners commonly ask you to state the phenotypic ratio and explain what it means biologically. Worked example 1. In humans, brown eye color, B, is dominant over blue, B. Attached earlobe, A, is dominant over free earlobe, A. Two dihybrid parents, BBA, are crossed. What is the probability of a child with blue eyes and free earlobes? Answer. The genotype for blue eyes and free earlobes is BA. From a BBA times BBA cross, the probability is 1/16. Worked example 2. In guinea pigs, black coat, B, is dominant over white, B. Short hair, S, is dominant over long hair, thus. A BBS's times BBS's cross produces 64 offspring. How many have white coat and short hair? Answer: white coat short hair equals BBS equals 3/16 of total. 3/16 times 64 is equal to 12 offspring. Worked example 3. A student crosses plants with genotypes YYR times YYR. Determine the expected ratio of yellow wrinkled offspring. Gametes from YYR, gametes from YYR, cross these in a 2x4 or use probability rules. Probability yellow equals probability of at least one Y equals 3/4. Probability wrinkled equals probability of R equals 1/4. Yellow wrinkled is equal to 3/4 times 1/4 equals 3/16. Multiplied out, 3 yellow wrinkled out of 16 offspring. Key points: Mendel's law of independent assortment states that alleles for different genes assort independently during meiosis, provided genes are on different chromosomes. A dihybrid F1 parent, e.g. YYR, produces 4 gamete types, each at 25%. A dihybrid F2 cross, YYR times YYR, produces F2 phenotypic ratio 9:3 to 3:1. There are 9 genotypes in the F2. WAEC examination tips: always state the genotypes of parents, show the gametes, draw the Punnett square clearly, state phenotypic ratio, explain what the ratio means. Dihybrid genetics appears in WAEC biology objective and essay sections. Practice at least 5 worked examples.